Our next topic is properties of electric field lines. Electric field lines are continuous curves. They start from a positively charged body and end on a negatively charged body. They start from positively charged body and end on negatively charged body. No electric field lines exist inside the charged body. No electric field line exists inside the charged body. Therefore, electric field lines are continuous curves, but they do not form closed loops. They do not form closed loops. Further, electric field line, due to a single charge, it may start or end at infinity. For a single charge, electric field line may start or end at infinity. Due to a single positive charge, electric field lines start from the charged body and end at infinity. Due to single negative charge, electric field lines start at infinity and end on charged body. Therefore, electric field lines due to a single charge may start or end at infinity. Therefore, electric field lines are continuous curves, but they do not form closed loops. This is in contrast to magnetic field lines. Magnetic field lines नॉर्थ पोल से शुरू होती हैं और साउथ पोल की तरफ जाती हैं बाहर. दे स्टार्ट फ्रॉम नॉर्थ पोल एंड go to south pole, and inside the magnet they move from south pole to north pole. Outside, magnetic field lines move from north to south, and inside they move from south to north. So therefore, magnetic field lines are continuous closed loops, but electric field lines are continuous curves. They do not form closed loops. Second, tangent to a electric field line at any point gives direction of electric field intensity at that point. Tangent to a electric field line at any point gives direction of electric field intensity at that point. For example, if this is AB is a electric field line, then tangent to electric field line at P, this gives direction of electric field intensity at P. Third, no two electric field lines can intersect each other. No two electric field lines can intersect each other. ये क्वेश्चन अब की बार बोर्ड में 2 नंबर में आ रहा था. Why two electric field lines cannot intersect each other? No two electric field lines can intersect each other because if two electric field lines intersect each other at one point, then at that point two tangents can be drawn along the two lines, which mean two direction of electric field intensity at the same point P, which is not possible. Therefore, no two electric field lines can intersect each other. If two electric field lines intersect each other, then at the point of intersection we can draw two tangents along two lines. This means two directions of electric field intensity at P, which is not possible because at one point electric field intensity can have only one direction. Therefore, no two electric field lines can intersect each other. Next property is the electric field lines are always perpendicular Electric field lines are always perpendicular to the surface of conductor. Always perpendicular to surface of conductor, both while starting or ending on the conductor. अगर ये कंडक्टर है, चार्ज कंडक्टर है, तो इसके ऊपर जो इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड लाइन होंगी वो क्या होंगी? परपेंडिकुलर होंगी, नॉर्मल होंगी. इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड लाइंस आर ऑलवेज परपेंडिकुलर टू द सरफेस ऑफ कंडक्टर, बोथ वाइल starting or ending on conductor. Therefore, there is no component of electric field intensity parallel to surface of conductor. सारी इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड इंटेंसिटी परपेंडिकुलर है, तो therefore there is no component of electric field intensity parallel to surface of conductor. Next property is electric field lines. Electric field lines contract longitudinally. Electric field lines contract longitudinally on account of attraction between unlike charges. अनलाइक चार्जेस हैं तो इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड लाइंस क्या होती हैं? कॉन्ट्रैक्ट होती हैं. कॉन्ट्रैक्ट होने का मतलब है कि उनके बीच में पहले डिस्टेंस ज़्यादा है, बाद में कम है, बाद में कम है, ऐसे डिस्टेंस उनके बीच में घटता जाता है. इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड लाइंस कॉन्ट्रैक्ट लॉन्गिट्यूडनली, पहले डिस्टेंस ज़्यादा है, फिर और कम हो जाएगा, फिर और कम हो जाएगा, फिर और कम हो जाएगा. इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड लाइंस कॉन्ट्रैक्ट लॉन्गिट्यूडनली ऑन अकाउंट ऑफ अट्रैक्शन बिटवीन अनलाइक चार्जेस. नेक्स्ट प्रॉपर्टी इज electric field lines exert lateral pressure on each other on account of repulsion between like charges. लाइक चार्जेस के लिए जो इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड लाइंस हैं, जैसे ये भी प्लस का क्यू चार्ज है और ये भी प्लस का क्यू चार्ज है, तो इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड लाइंस इसकी ऐसे होंगी, इसकी ऐसे होंगी, और बाद में ये इधर मुड़ने लग जाएंगे, इसकी इधर मुड़ जाएंगी. तो दे एक्सर्ट लेटरल प्रेशर. लेटरल मतलब साइडवेज प्रेशर. इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड लाइंस एक्सर्ट lateral pressure on account of repulsion between like charges. Next, density of field lines. Density of electric field lines, or electric field lines are also called electric lines of force. Density of electric field lines gives us strength of magnetic field. Density of electric field lines represent the strength of magnetic field. Near the charge body, electric field lines are closer, but away from the charge body, electric field lines are far away. Near the charge, the electric field lines are near to each other, whereas away from the charge, electric field lines are far away. Therefore, density of electric field lines is more near the charge. Therefore, electric field is strong near the charge, and density of electric field lines is small away from the charge. Therefore, electric field is weak away from the charge. Density of electric field lines gives us strength of electric field. Strength of electric field is represented in terms of density of electric field lines. Near the charged body, electric field lines are closer. Therefore, the density is more. Therefore, electric field is stronger near the charged body. Away from the body, electric field lines are far away. Therefore, their density is small. Therefore, electric field is weaker away from the charged body. Now in terms of density of electric field lines, we may define electric field intensity. Electric field intensity at a point is equal to number of electric field lines crossing normally. Normally means perpendicularly. Perpendicularly. A unit area around that point. अगर इस पॉइंट के ऊपर हमारे को इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड इंटेंसिटी निकालनी है तो इसके अराउंड यूनिट एरिया. यूनिट एरिया क्या होता है? जैसे 1 सेंटीमीटर लेंथ है, 1 सेंटीमीटर ब्रेड्थ है, तो एरिया कितना हो गया? 1 सेंटीमीटर स्क्वायर. या 1 मीटर लेंथ है, 1 मीटर ब्रेड्थ है, तो एरिया कितना हो गया? 1 मीटर स्क्वायर. दिस इज 1 यूनिट एरिया इन एसआई सिस्टम, दिस इज यूनिट एरिया इन सीजीएस सिस्टम. तो इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड लाइंस एट जो है इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड इंटेंसिटी एट ए पॉइंट इज इक्वल टू नंबर ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड लाइंस क्रॉसिंग नॉर्मली ए यूनिट एरिया अराउंड दैट पॉइंट. कि उस पॉइंट के चारों तरफ जो यूनिट एरिया है उसमें से कितनी इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड लाइंस परपेंडिकुलरली क्रॉस कर रही हैं, दैट गिव्स अस इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड इंटेंसिटी एट दैट पॉइंट. Now the electric field lines are three-dimensional, but all the figures we have shown here, they are in plane or they are in two-dimensional figures. Therefore, to estimate the density of field lines, we have to calculate number of electric field lines crossing normally a unit area at a given point. We know that solid angle is डेल्टा एस अपॉन आर स्क्वायर. हमने 11th क्लास में पढ़ा था. अगर कोई एरिया है, अगर कोई प्लेन एरिया है और वो किसी पॉइंट के ऊपर कोई एंगल सबटेंड करता है, दैट इज कॉल्ड सॉलिड एंगल. सॉलिड एंगल डेल्टा एस, डेल्टा ओमेगा. Delta omega is equal to delta s upon r square. Delta s is the area of the surface and r is the distance from the apex. Distance from the apex to the plane. Plane का apex area, ये apex से distance, ये r है, ये भी r है, ये भी r है. तो as delta solid angle is delta s upon r square, let us consider that we have a charge plus q at the apex of cone. Cone के apex के ऊपर कोई चार्ज हमारे पास. Let us suppose we have a charge plus q at the apex O of a cone. Now electric field lines in this area, in this given area, number of electric field lines in this cone is same. Let us consider 2 points, P1 and P2. P1 and P2 are 2 points which are at a distance R1 and R2 from the P1 is at a distance R1 from the apex of the cone and P2 is at a distance R2 from the apex of the cone. Now angle subtended by P1, angle subtended by area around P1 at the apex. Angle subtended or area subtended. This angle is solid angle. Area subtended by solid angle delta omega at P1. Now delta omega is equal to delta s upon r square. The delta s is equal to delta omega multiply by r square. So this will be delta omega गुणा में r1 square. ऐसे ही area subtended by solid angle at P2. This will be delta omega multiply by r2 square. Now number of electric field lines, they are same in both the areas. Therefore number of field lines crossing these areas is same. Therefore number of field lines crossing unit area at P1 Therefore, number of field lines crossing normally unit area around P1, which gives us electric field intensity at P1. Delta omega multiplied by R1 square area. Through it, number of electric field lines passing are 1. Through unit area, electric field lines passing will be delta omega multiplied by R1 square. This will be N1 upon delta omega R1 square. Similarly, number of field lines crossing normally unit area around P2. This will be electric field intensity at P2. This will be N1 upon delta omega R2 square. Therefore, E1 upon E2, this will be N1 upon delta omega R1 square, and this will be N1 upon delta omega R2 square. तो ये हो जाएगा E1 upon E2 is equal to R2 square upon R1 square, or E is inversely proportional to R square. When R is smaller, electric field intensity is larger. When R is larger, electric field intensity is smaller. Therefore, at smaller distance from the apex of the cone, electric field is larger, and at larger distance from the apex of the cone, electric field intensity is smaller. Therefore, E is inversely proportional to R squared.